Hello there. I didn't see you come in. Yes, it is I, Mrs. Cadclay's baby boy, F. Cadclay. And this is something a little different for me. You see, usually I'm stuck behind the announcer's table, calling the action of NLW, but today, I am here to tell a different story. A very unique story. You know what, I'm going to cut that out for a minute. You know what, just wanted to try something different, so bear with me on this. I'm going to tell you a story that happened not too long ago, in fact. And it is almost Christmas after all, so let us begin with our tale. 'Twas a chilly winter's evening in No Limits Wrestling. The squirrels hibernated as the birds were nestling. It was a time for celebration among the wrestlers of the town, even for world champion AJ Styles, who cackled with his crown. But rivalries aren't a factor at this time of year, for this is Christmas Eve, a time for goodwill and good cheer. All around there was laughter, even from Bray. Wait, maybe that's for a different reason. I'd get out of there, Ray. Still, the magic was undeniable. The excitement had peaked. This kind of joy could not be critiqued. The town gathered to skate without a care until suddenly, RKO out of nowhere! Meanwhile, CM Punk threw a straight edge party because he never drinks. But the Sandman turned up and said, "This party stinks." The party was filled with those of peak physical fitness, including Finlay, who had way too much Guinness. I understand that's a stereotype, not all Irish people drink that much, but nevertheless, lighten up. Triple H said, "It's time to play the game." Twister, Undertaker won, "This is my yard," was his claim. The Icon Sting had built houses for winter, but arrived at the party with a nasty splinter. CM Punk went over, gave the Fed doctor a stare, and said, "Have I told you of the medical staff there?" Kurt Angle served up a Christmas pud, while the Brood found a guy to suck his blood. Oh my god, what on earth? That's not Christmassy at all. That's just, oh my god, that's just sick. I'm gonna try and keep this story back on track, but, you know, never mind, moving on. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, despite all of this, the fun present here was not with all. The Young Bucks were forgotten, and they were appalled. Why weren't we invited? How do they have the nerve? Well, I'm sorry, but, you know, I'm sure that Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson do not sound like that, but just bear with me, alright? How did they have the nerve? I'm sure it was a mistake. We're the champs. It's not what we deserve. But still, the Bucks were alone, topless in the cold. When it comes to tag teams, we break the mold. Except, Nick interrupted, with a hint of doubt. Maybe the guys at the party don't know what we're about. If only we weren't seen in NLW as small fishes. Sounds to me like we share Christmas wishes. But who could grant them their wish to come true? Santa, of course. How do they contact him? They knew how to. It'll take all night. We'll have to be fast. But we'll be given recognition at long last. So the Bucks set off on their trek to the North Pole. They sprinted for their life. This was no time to stroll. Yet the trek was not simple. They came to a head. On the road was a giant who filled all with dread. "Halt," said the Big Show with a look of disgust. "Where are you off?" "To the North Pole. It's a must." Show showed no empathy, not a single tear. "You'll get KO'd if you even step near." "What do we do? Should we throw a brick?" "I have a better idea." Super kick! And with that they survived the first hurdle, but more was to come. They had reached the pit of the demon. Where had this come from? Kane met their gaze with a single look. "What do you two want?" Max and Jeremy Book. "Matt and Nick Jackson, actually, and we're looking for Santa. We'd like to chat, but there's no time for banter." "You think you can just walk past?" said Kane. "Don't get so cocky, 'cause I'm a machine and I dish out pain." "But we want recognition. You know what that's like." "Indeed," replied Kane. "That's something I cannot strike." They were allies, not rivals. Kane let them through. But the night wasn't over. The Bucks had more to do. Next was The Miz and Super Kick! Oh well, never mind. Anyway, one man was left, and he wasn't too happy. Jericho stood tall, and his mood was quite crappy. You've conquered the giant, you've decked Mrs. Holes. Now you must face and break down the walls. This can't be happening. What can we do? Just pray and kick. We could break through. So they kicked and then the wall crumbled. Well, good luck, Jericho mumbled. They had conquered the tasks. The Bucks had completed their quests.
Not so fast.
The NWO? Those pesky pests.
You want to see Santa then? You two young bucks? Well, here's a Christmas message for you. I don't give two
Whoa. What? There's sort of a limit on the number of profanities that we're allowed to use. Really? Oh, damn it. Anyway, the Commissioner continued.
Well, I'm not happy. You guys should just quit.
Well, we have a response for you that we see fit. Super Kick! Super Kick! The NWO retreated. The Bucks stood tall. They could not be defeated. When suddenly, there's Santa in all his glory. You know, just something I picked up on. Santa's not wearing trousers. Why is that?
It's just budget cuts, man. Gotta make do with what we gotta make do with.
Fair enough. Hey Santa! Boy, do we have a story.
Well, I'm happy to see, fans of mine, but it's Christmas Eve. I have a sleigh filled with presents, and I really must leave.
Just hear us out, and we'll leave you alone. All we want is for our names to be known.
Well, you seem like nice guys, but I must go deliver. But wake up next morning, and you'll see I'm a giver.
For now, the Bucks just had to wait. The next morning is where they would know their fate. Lo and behold, on Christmas morning, the fan mail and praise were constantly swarming. Santa has helped us. We're finally adored. Wait, here's a letter that's just been ignored. It read,
I got you roller skates. You are already beloved. You're at the top of your game, and you cannot be shoved. Now go defend your tag team belts from New York to Tampa. Invite me to the Super Kick party. Your pal, Santa.
So, the moral of the story? Just believe. There are truly no limits to what you can achieve. Super Kick! Merry Christmas. And that just about wraps up the tale for another day. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye now. What a stupid idea that turned out to be.